It was the fall of 1975, and two very different persons of two somewhat different cultures decided to pass that time with a bit of fun. They chose to use a cot as the locale of some coitus. And so, in a garage, on a cold October day, because it's always cold, and it's always October in Seattle, the miracle of life was performed in all its glory for a whopping 3 minutes. And 9 months later, there was me.
I'm your boogie man, that's what I am. I'm here to do whatever I can. Be it early morning, late afternoon, or at midnight. It's never too soon.
Disco was on the rise, and my parents were big fans.
Pineapple.
And I can't help but wonder, was I conceived to the beat of Casey and the Sunshine Band? Conceived to the beat of the Sunshine Band in the cold of Seattle's October is as good a conception as it was a concept. 'Cause here it was, a city named for this guy, by these guys, who would eventually make Seattle part of this place, was how, in June of 1976, my birth was commemorated as being an infant patriot. And it's in print that the nation gains in pride and strength by my birth. The funny thing is, there's no mention of the nation I'm part of on the certificate that hails my being part of it. Now, obviously, I am American.
Pineapple.
Born at this point on the map in 1976 was all the qualification I needed to be American. But my father being in the Navy meant that my experience of America, the northern one between Canada and Mexico, would last a whopping 1 year. My first childhood memories were from Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, or Gitmo. Now it's the prison camp of the War on Terror, but Gitmo was my first fond memory of childhood. The ocean breeze, the sand, the iguanas, and the guard towers.
Pineapple.
The guard towers had been there before the War on Terror because these guys didn't get along so well with some of these guys, and eventually this guy didn't get along with this guy. And by 1977, my being born here, just a year before my arrival here, meant that I was a person the guard towers protected against those people. It's amazing that all the time I was in Cuba, I never saw those people. As was the case with so many military families, mine was itching to move after a few years. We would leave the ocean breeze, the sand, the iguanas, and guard towers for the ocean breeze, the sand, the mongoose, and P-3 Orion subhunters. My formative childhood memories were going to be on the island of Oahu, Hawaii,
Pineapple.
part of the United States of America, though nowhere near America. There would be no guard towers, but there would be those people. We lived in military housing, the same as in Cuba, but here the guards kept out those people who I was told were the same as these people. Now, of course, there is an obvious distinction between the guard tower and these people, and the guards and these people. For one thing, it was my father being here that permitted my being able to cross here. But my being born here and not here meant that I was viewed by some as being a haole. I was part of these people and not these people. Haole was not a nice term.
Pineapple.
It came about when these guys didn't get along with those guys. And these guys had this gal removed from power. By the 1980s, Oahu was a state, but there remains an undercurrent of animosity amongst those on both sides of this border. Of course, this situation didn't sit well with me since this person, Mom, seemed to be of these people, and they were good people. And this person, Dad, seemed to be of these people, and they were good people. The certificate that didn't mention the nation I was a part of most certainly had no mention of which part of that nation I was supposed to be a part of. And as the existential plight of my infant self stared back at me, I remembered the pineapple, that deliciously ugly fruit that was neither pine nor apple. It was pineapple juice that brought Mom and Dad together at this place. Pineapple juice made from this plant, brought to this place by these people, who got the pineapple from these people, who got it from this place. And I realized, with a calm satisfaction, that I was a part of a pineapple nation, neither pine nor apple, and so very thankful that there was sunshine.
I'm your